What's up, my friend? Mike Robertson here. And today I want to talk to you about one of my absolute favorite activities of all time. It's a half kneeling kettlebell press. Now, if you followed my work for any extended period of time, you know I love the landmine. I love the fact that if you don't have great shoulder mobility, it keeps you in a really good line of pressing so that you don't irritate or make any shoulder issues you might have worse. But there's also a time and a place for going truly overhead. And I think the best use of this is when we're trying to lengthen under load. I'm going to say that again, lengthen under load, because this isn't something that we get taught in school, and it's not something we think about all that often. So if you look at a lot of clients and athletes' posture, even my posture to some degree, what happens is you get a little kyphotic. You get a little bit of what we would describe as a down pump handle. So everything gets pulled down and forward. And if you gave somebody the cue of like arch hard or chest out, what invariably would happen is they do this kind of thing, and they would just actually make the problem worse, because now they're compressing the back side of their body and they're pushing everything forward. So when we lengthen under load, we're thinking about having a string tied to the top of our head that's pulling us up nice and tall. So we're lengthening that spine, and when we use that half kneeling kettlebell press, we're going to be able to do that under load. So give me just a second, I'm going to set up and show you how we do it. All right, my friends, so when we're talking about this idea of lengthening under load, when we're in a half kneeling position, we want to think about being active through this down leg. So we want our knee, our hip, and our shoulder in a straight line, whether we're facing straight ahead or if we're turned to a 90-degree angle. So if I'm here and I'm set up in my half kneeling position, I want that 90-degree placement as well. Now, when you add in the kettlebell, right, and we're set up here, one thing you want to think about is trying to maintain that tall position. You don't want the bell and the weight to squish you and have you sag down. Remember, we're lengthening under load. So we're trying to get tall, and then from this position, pressing straight up. Again, trying to get as tall as we can, top to bottom, when we're executing this lift. All right? Now, it may not be appropriate for everybody. And also keep in mind the load is important here too. If you go too heavy, you're more likely to get squished. So gotta find that Goldilocks load. But when you do this, I guarantee the half kneeling kettlebell press is an awesome activity. You need to give it a shot.